Facts. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we back with another episode of It's Lit Boston. I got my man Aric B here in the building.
Yeah.
Hold on, you know what I mean? Let me get my man his round of applause, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hold on, let me get two of them.
Yeah.
We ain't done with that. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yo, bro, I'm happy.
Happy to be here.
I'm finally happy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because I know we scheduled this originally, but you know, God does things for a reason.
Timing,
you know what I mean? I'm learning that now. You know what I mean? How's your weekend?
That's right, man. My weekend's great. My weekend is great. It's been great. You know, we're collaborating this weekend. We got some work going. You just heard a snippet of the record that we're working, you know, finishing up visuals for.
Amazing.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's a crazy record. And it's you know, preview into my project that's coming out real soon. So yeah, man, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm super excited.
Tell the people like where you actually originate from, bro.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. Been up in Boston around 9 years or so. Most of my time was spent in Cambridge. I came up here to do schoolwork. I was a master's student at Harvard Divinity School.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you another fucking round of applause.
yeah, man. I came up here.
You deserve a round of applause, bro.
Man,
like, you don't work that hard
man.
not to talk about what you've been doing in life. You feel me?
No, that's true, yeah.
What's the first thing that you learned when stepping foot in Boston?
Man, the first thing, well, if I can be honest, I realized that it wasn't Georgia because nobody was like super nice. Like, you know, in Georgia, you walk around and you could kind of speak to somebody and they were like, oh, hey, how you doing, baby? It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
Up here, I was walking around, I was green. I was walking around and I was just like, hey, how you doing? And folks was just like
nigga, get on my face. The fuck?
Yeah. So it was a culture shock. And I was like, dang, man, that's cold.
I mean, our nickname is Massholes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It
like,
is.
Rightfully so. You know what I mean?
mean?
Because I noticed that also when I moved down south. Like, when I was down south, people would greet me saying good morning. I didn't know what to say.
It shocked you, right?
In my head, I'm like, bitch, you don't know me. The fuck? The fuck out my face. I don't fucking know you. But I learned to appreciate it as I got older because when I was younger, you know, my mom sent me down south, and I feel like down south you learn a lot of your mannerisms and a lot of your morals. Morals and your compass, like your moral compass as to how to greet people. Yes, ma'am. No, sir.
That's
holding doors.
Respect.
Not, you know, cussing in front of your elders. Like, I learned a lot of that from down south, not up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's a way that you're raised like in the South, like, you know, a part of punishment is making sure that like you know, if you don't address an adult correctly, it's like, you know, just like if you call them by their first name, it's like, oh, hey, Karen. It's like, no, that's Miss Karen.
Damn, Miss Karen?
Yeah. No, it's like, well, hey, it's and Karen specifically.
Damn.
It's like, what's going on, Mike? No, that's Mr. Michael.
Mr. Michael.
Like, oh, okay. So you have
Mr. Michael.
You know, you address, no matter who it is, you address them, you know, as you know, you're like relating to them as an elder and you're like a child or whatever. So they raised that, they instilled that in us really, really early. And it was like, you know, it just became kind of second nature. So
and you went to church growing up?
Oh yeah, man, I grew up in church.
You grew up in a Baptist
church. My grandfather's actually still the pastor of the church I grew up in.
What?
Yeah, man, he's been there over 50 years.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Yo, the church is where you learn a lot of stuff.
Man,
you learn where not to talk.
Listen,
you learn who not to talk your business around.
Look,
and you learn to say yes, ma'am, no,
yes,
sir,
ma'am.
And don't let them, relay the messages back to your mom or grandma.
Exactly, because if she found out you getting whooped. I also, on top of politics, I also learned, you know, my musical skill set came a lot from church. And you know, depending on who you talk to, they'll call it a conservatory, but it was definitely a developmental place because, and this is kind of to Jermaine Dupri's recent point about, like, you know, R&B singers, they don't sing no more because they don't go to church, and it's like, nah. My era of church and singers, that's where you're gonna look, because I'm gonna tell you something. I have heard some of the most incredible voices that you will probably never hear in your life because they grew up singing in church, and that's just where you're gonna hear the vocal.
That's a fact.
It's facts.
And their family doesn't want them. You know, I don't want you getting into that R&B and that hip hop world. I don't want you singing about sex, money, and drugs. And you be like, Nana, this is where the money is.
That's where it's at. That's where the cash at.
We need this money. You want to stay in this apartment, or you want to move to the big house?
Move.
You feel me?
You trying to move, and it's like, well, the Lord said, no, he did not say that. He ain't say that. Stop that line.
And the thing that Jermaine Dupri said, like, I do believe there's still R&B singers. I just believe, because I don't want to say I think, because to say you think means you don't know, right? So nowadays I learn to say I believe the R&B singers that are being selected or put in front of us aren't singing about love, joy, and happiness anymore.
Right.
The R&B that they're putting in front of us is fuck your nigga, or fuck that bitch. Yeah. She ain't shit. Yeah. He ain't shit. Get your money and split. You feel me? And that's the fucked up part. And I feel like you know, it's fucking up this generation.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like if you want to express and you want to, use your art and your platform to express in those ways, sure, by all means, right? Like I think, I love Adina Howard's, because I'm gonna be a freak.
No. All those are fire. But the music today isn't nothing like Adina Howard or anything like that.
No, true. And I'm saying, I guess my bigger point is like, there's a place for all of it. Yes. But I think the thing that is missing 100%, because back then it was a balance. Now it's like completely gone. Like nobody's really doing what people like Money Long is trying to kind of bring back now with like Made for Me and that kind of stuff. Like that, those songs, and if they are out by black artists, they're usually considered, if they're lucky enough, they're considered, or they cross over as pop. And then the R&B genre doesn't really get to own it anymore. So it's like, I'm thinking about like John Legend's All of Me, right? Like you got this really, really balladeer like type of music that really is like, it's made for black radio.
But a lot of artists and songwriters are black, but they're giving them to pop artists, right? There's a lot of, I don't want to say white, I want to say other. I don't want to say just black, right? But people that are other, black and brown, but they write for other artists. So those R&B songs are given to other people.
Yes, so prime example, Victoria Monet is writing for Ariana Grande, right? But
why do you think that is?
Well, because they probably didn't. Well, now they probably do, but back then they didn't think she could sell it.
I still don't think she could sell it.
Really?
No, I don't see Ariana. No offense, right? I don't see Ariana Grande as sexy. I personally it's not my preference. I know there might be some people out there, but she doesn't give off. I don't know how to explain it, because it's 2024, so it's like it's hard to explain it, right?
Hard. You gotta be careful with what you say.
But nah, it's lit. You know what I mean? We drop bombs off it. Niggas don't give a fuck, right? So my thing is like with Ariana Grande, she looks like a little girl to me. Sure. So for me, when I hear her voice, I'm like, oh, it sounds like a grown woman. It sounds like Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
It sounds like Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
But when you see her, you're like, it's not it.
The sex appeal isn't there. And wait, so
she's not tall enough. She's too small. The sex appeal isn't there. Her body is very slender. And I feel like that's what Money Long got away from, right? Because Money Long used to be super skinny, but she also was on the a podcast telling about how she got sick a few years ago or 2 years ago, maybe last year, and she was really skinny. She was 100 pounds. Now she's thick.
Yeah. She's purposefully walked into that artist mode. But I'm thinking, so your argument for somebody like a Ariana Grande is like she doesn't offer the sex appeal. But what do you feel about like a Chloe Bailey, right? Because a lot of hold on, right? Because I know you about to go.
I like Chloe,
but I think a lot of the commentary that's been on Chloe. I want to host now. A lot of the commentary that's been about Chloe is that it's too much, right? Like, and she has, like all of the. A lot of people think she's too much. Now, I personally, I am a huge fan of Chloe's artistry. I think she's an incredible producer. She's a great writer. She can sing her ass off, and it's great. But the public consumption of a Chloe Bailey's image has not been 100% like well received.
But that's her fault.
Okay,
that's her fault. That's her fault because of who she was signed to and what they allowed her to sing.
You
feel me? Wait. Because when you're under the Beyonce umbrella, what do they want you to sell? Perfection. Perfection, right? Beyonce is perfect. There's nothing bad about her. You don't see no bad eyelashes, no bad makeup, no bad eyelining. She don't hit no bad notes, and everything that you see about her visually is flawed. It's flawless.
So
flawless
you
as a
think
motherfucker.
Chloe, if she had signed to somebody else,
I think she would have been able to sell her sex appeal faster. But because she was signed to Beyonce at such a young age, they were selling them as young girls that can sing.
True. Now that's true because I think the issue that a lot of young artists deal with is like being signed so early and I just heard somebody say this.
They can't grow out of that young kid image.
I can't remember who said it. I was listening to somebody say this, but when you
think about that with Lotto.
True.
Remember when Lotto started on that little rap show?
And she had to really literally like rebrand herself in order to become Lotto now. But it's like when people first introduce to you, they want to put you in that box as who they first met you as.
And that's what Beyonce was doing with her and Haley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Halle. I don't know how to say it, but
I think it's Halle. I do think it's Halle. I've heard people say
but now when you see Halle, I see Halle staying in that lane because Halle reminds me a lot of Kelly Rowland. Not Kelly Rowland. I take that back. She reminds me a lot of Michelle.
Michelle, okay,
yes,
sure.
A lot of Michelle,
sure.
where it's very clean.
Yeah,
it's presentable. She can sing.
It's gonna be.
And she doesn't want any type of negativity in her image at all. You know what I mean? So
hence Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
it's lit.
Hence Color Purple, right?
It's
but then Chloe.
Nigga said Color Purple,
right?
Damn.
But then you got Chloe. What's the show with Kevin Hart that just came out? The
I don't know. That motherfucker got so many, bro.
Hustler show that just came out with him, Samuel Jackson, Terrence Howard, all these people. She's in that show. You know, the Damson Idris shot where she's getting back shots at the beginning of the show. So it's like
hold on. We're going too fast. Hold on. Now, when I seen those back shots, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. When I seen what's her name, Chloe Bailey?
Yeah.
When I seen Chloe Bailey in the clip on Twitter and she was taking back shots, in my head I was like, she fucking for real? Cause that shit look real. The way that ass was hitting them legs and shit, I was like, damn.
Wait, it's crazy because like, well, that was like a shock to the world. Everybody was like, yo, Chloe doing this. But you know, her young girl image that was initially
that's when it got erased.
Everybody was like, I can't believe she would do that. And I'm just like, bruh, she's an artist. Let her do her thing. But people don't want to receive her in that light after they've been introduced to her as, you know, this young girl with her sister who can sing.
Right.